What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today we have episode 5 of this show called Trading Supply and Demand for a Living, where I'm going to be taking one trade every single day for the next 100 days, and I am going to break it down here on a YouTube video every single day as well. So today the time has come, guys. We took the first loss of the account. We had a 4-day winning streak, guys. So we finally took a losing trade. It was a matter of time. I knew it was coming, guys. I didn't know it was going to be today, but I know that losses are part of the game, so I was ready to lose at some point. I wasn't expecting this to be an 100-0 show. All right, so at the end of the day, I know that losses are part of the game. I have a 60 to 70% win rate trading supply and demand, so I win 6 7 out of 10 trades, guys, usually trading supply and demand. So I knew this was coming at some point. So I'm going to break down the trade today, which was a gold supply, which was kind of messed up because, man, this trade over here, I was looking at this supply on gold right here. Let me use put this as white and then put this as something like this so you guys can see it better. All right, I was looking at that supply, but that supply didn't have a clear break of structure. I was waiting for gold to do something like this. Let's go back over here really quick. This is what I really wanted gold to do. I wanted gold to break these lows over here, come back to the supply, and then come all the way back down. But gold didn't do that. You guys remember the NAS trade that we took on Friday? Kind of the same thing. I wanted a clear break of structure first before tapping the supply. But gold just broke the this low, this minor low over here. Didn't break the major lows of London lows. And after breaking those minor lows, it just retested the supply. And then it literally had a nice movement to the downside, guys. Like literally, it could have been a crazy trade. My entry would have been right here, stop loss above that wick, and this could have been a 1 to 5. Look at that, like literally a 1 to 5. If I want to hold a little bit longer, maybe even a 1 to 9 almost, guys. But it's okay, it's all right. We lose trades like this, guys. We lose the opportunities. It wasn't my trade. I was waiting for something more clear, more of a break of structure over here. It was Monday, so I am not trying to force a trade just because we broke a minor low. And also another thing that made me not want to take the trade was that we had the 200, but then we have the 13 and the 50. If you guys remember the last video, I say that I like, if I'm taking a supply, I like to see the 200, the 50, and the 13 in that order. All right, the 13, the 50 in the middle, and the 200 in the top if I'm taking a supply setup. And this one wasn't in confluence. We got the 50 at the bottom, the 13 in the middle, and the 200 at the top. So these two right here were in the wrong order, so that's why I didn't take the setup. But again, this just shows you that trading is a game of probabilities, guys. This is the setup that I actually ended up taking. This supply that got formed right here. So literally last bullish candle before a massive push to the downside, waiting for the retest. This is what it happened. The retest happened literally right here, and I took my position, guys. All right, as always. Well, I was waiting here. It didn't tap, so I was waiting for this tap over here, and then waiting for my break of the low right here. Okay, so it tapped the zone. So at this point, I'm actively looking to enter the trade if we break a candle low. So if we break that low, I get in and stop loss goes above here. Next candle push a little bit higher and created another low. So now we move the stop loss and we're getting in if it breaks this low and aiming for a 1-to-1 as always. So here it is. That is going to be the trade. If it breaks that low of that candle, boom, broke the low. I got in, guys, and then it closed bearish. It was looking nice at that moment. And look at this. We got rejection of the 13 EMA, which was the last EMA that we rejected before this massive bearish movement to the downside. We got all the EMAs lined up like 13, 50, 200. I like that. And we're rejecting the 13. This is looking awesome. And then the next candle looks literally spiked up. All right. Oh, by the way, let me show you guys the account. I forgot to show you guys where we're sitting. Again, same account, Apex. You guys can see it right there, PA Apex account. I don't fake the funder accounts. All right, and the account is sitting at 51,672. We ended up losing like $300 because I cut the trade. I'm going to explain how I cut the trade. So whenever I'm taking a supply and demand setup, this was a setup over here. Let me actually go back so that red doesn't bother your eyes. So my stop loss is over here, right? Above the high of that candle right there inside the supply. And I'm aiming for a 1-to-1. When I see this candle closing, another red candle, and we are rejecting already the supply with a good rejection. We already broke a candle low. We are rejecting the 13 EMA. I want the next candle to open, maybe come all the way to my entry once again, but then reject and keep coming back down. There is no reason for this candle to start coming back up into my zone once again. So at this point, after I got my entry and got this closure, which was a bearish closure, I know for a fact that if we break this candle high right here, which is also in confluence with the 13 EMA, if we start coming back up with volume and we break above it, most likely this is going to go to my stop loss. So why am I going to wait until it hits my stop loss when I can just cut the trade? And I cut the losses early and just let my winners ride and run for a little bit more so I can maximize my winners but cut my losses early. So I knew for a fact that if the next candle didn't open and maybe create the wick, which is normal right here, but respecting this high over here, I don't want it to go above the high. Maybe create your wick over here and then boom, push all the way back down to TP or something like that. Imagine this is a red candle. This is how it should have been. The trade should have been like this. If you look at my winners, every time that I take a trade, it ends up pushing like away from the zone. It doesn't go back to retest the zone and then drops. It doesn't do that. Once it gives the candle break, next candle has to push down and break the other low as well. If it doesn't do that, then chances are if we start coming back up to the zone, we are going to lose. So as soon as it crossed this level right here, I ended up closing like right here, literally right there. I ended up cutting my loss. I was risking like 600, almost $700 on this trade, and my loss was only like 300 because I cut it halfway to stop loss. Halfway to stop loss. I also pay attention to the volume. If I see that the next candle starts pushing up like slowly, this and that, and then coming back down, but then I see buyers stepping in and pushing the candle really fast up, like it starts spiking up, and we do like bam, 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 and start spiking up and coming close to this zone right here and breaking those highs, but like really fast, like if we have no sellers in the market at this zone, I'm really looking at that. Oh shit, it's going up very fast and we're close to breaking this candle high and coming back into the zone, so I might as well just cut this loss. I want that volume to come in the opposite way on my favor, go down to TP with that selling volume. If I'm seeing buying volume going up fast, is because buyers are stepping in and most likely this ain't going to hold. So that's why I ended up closing like right here halfway to stop loss, and I ended up saving on all these right here, all these range right here. I save up my money on. All right, this is how I am able to aim in supply and demand for a 1-to-1. Many of the times it's a 1-to-1, sometimes it's a little bit more than a 1-to-1, but most of the times it's a 1-to-1, and I'm able to stay profitable because first of all, I got a 60 to 70% win rate, which is higher than a 50-50. If you have a 50-50, you're a break even. If you have a 60 to 70, you're profitable. That's the first thing. And second thing is that I cut my losses early. I don't let my stop loss get hit. I have my stop loss over here, but I'm not trying to lose that amount of money. I'm trying to make this amount of money, but I'm not trying to lose this amount of money. I'm always going to be checking the market. If it gives me any sign that it wants to go to my stop loss, even if I can cut it right here and save up $100, $150, that is going to be something good, because then when I risk the same amount, I am going to let it hit my TP, and it is going to make me what I lost plus those $150 that I used saved up. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how I try to maximize and stay consistent in the market and making money. I just wanted to break that down, and then for the rest of the day, guys, it just created like a resistance setup over here and then started dropping. I knew gold was bearish for the day, but this wasn't just the setup, guys. It wasn't the setup. It didn't hold right here. It broke the candle. It was a fake out. I know that sometimes we do fake outs also because we were low. Like, look at this, guys. You gotta look at the market overall as well. If I go and zoom out, look how long we have been dropping on gold, guys. On gold, we have been dropping for a long time. So sometimes when we're this low, supplies they don't like to hold that much because we're super low already on the market. All right, so sometimes they don't like to hold, sometimes they do. But in this case, it was a fake out, and then we cut the loss, and that's how we only lost $300, I believe it was. It was a 900 and something last video. I don't remember the exact something, but it was 900 and something. And we ended up losing 300 bucks and have the account right now at 51,600. It's only Monday, so we're going to take it slow and then let's try and get a win tomorrow, guys. As always, I also posted this lost live on Instagram, guys, and then I was trying to check US 30, but then I said that I didn't like the way that it was closing and the 15 minute, how the 5 minute was forming, so I ended up not taking that trade and just walked away with the loss. All right, which is super hard for some people, but you have to do it, guys. You have to walk away with the losses. Losses are part of the game. If you want to play baseball, if you want to play soccer, sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. You just gotta walk away, practice on what went wrong, so then next time you can get better and actually win. Alright, so that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to see the trades live while I'm taking them and you want to make money with me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, put the notifications on so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.